Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terragon, is coming at y'all with some Titanfall today. Your boy Brian and I revisiting some Titanfall. We had a lot of fun. We played a couple of games, lost like almost every one except one. And it was dumb because we shouldn't have lost them, but we always have shitty teammates, so hey, you know, it's just run-of-the-mill, typical Titanfall game for us. And just really quick, let's get this out the way. Titanfall 2 wishlist. Definitely leave it in the comment section below if you have a suggestion. Leave your suggestion, elaborate on your suggestion, and I will give my thoughts and opinion on it. Once we get enough, we'll make a video, and we'll go from there. So yeah, and it was really weird, this specific gameplay, because when my pilot jumped out of the ship, obviously after I recorded the game, it froze. And then it picked up right there in the beginning where I died. And thankfully, you know, it only happens one time. And thankfully, it's only in the very beginning of the match. You don't really miss anything, aside from me fucking up and dying. So that's good. But what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about last generation consoles. Now, I understand the reasoning from a lot of different people on why they kind of basically refuse to buy a current gen console. I understand. You know, I'm not going to call them excuses, you know what I'm saying? People have their reasons. I mean, I understand. I'm a very understanding person. Believe me, I get it. You got all other kinds of priorities and responsibilities, ranging from work, children, bills, debts to repay in more forms than just money. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? I understand, believe me. And hell, maybe gaming is not that big of a hobby to you. Maybe it's just something that you use to kill time and like to invest a little bit of money in. There's a game you're really looking forward to, but it's coming out on the next gen or the current gen consoles, excuse me, and you don't really want to pay $300+ for a new console and a game. That's a lot of money, and I get it. I understand. Let's say maybe it's going to come out for, you know, either 360 or PS3 a little bit later down the line. What these last gen owners have to understand is they're never gonna get the optimal experience again. It's never gonna happen. No. Unless a game that they're looking forward to is being co-developed side by side along with the current. I'm so used to saying next gen. The current gen variants. But why would you want to purchase a game if you're a current gen owner? Why would you want to purchase a game that's being co-developed side by side with a last gen variant? It should be a port. Then that means the developers have to work, you know, they basically have to create two fucking games. Really, they do. Because then they have to optimize it for the machines of the last gen as well as the machines of the current gen. That's a lot of time, yo. I would bet you corners will get cut. The game will be maybe possibly a little rushed. A lot of glitches, a lot of bugs. Fuckloads of patches will come out, even though they do anyways. But it's not going to be as good. Like, I don't think it would be as much of a finished product if they were only developing it for current gen consoles and PC. You know, sometimes, or actually a lot of times, those guys get shafted. So, you know, basically and they're basically developing one game. You know what I'm saying? But now you got to create like 3 different games. A PC version, a current gen version, and a last gen version. Man, those guys are gonna be stressed as fuck. That's tough, man. That's tough on them. So these guys have to understand that they're not gonna get the optimal experience. Oh no. All the good shit you see in the gameplay trailers. Oh no. Believe me, that's on the highest machine possible. That's gonna support how the game should actually look like. The pecking order should go: PC needs to be the best, look the best, because they're the most powerful machines. Current gen consoles, and then last gen. Just simple as that. What developers need to do, and a lot of them are starting to do, is just hire another team to port the game over. Simple. Just hire another team to port the game over. Do it early on in development, or you know, as early as possible, so you capitalize on all that money for all the last gen console owners. Because if you have to make them wait, which that's the one thing that I feel is kind of fucked up. And a lot of games have had it before, where their next gen variant or their next gen game, current gen game, is gonna get ported to the last gen for the last gen consoles. It's not gonna be developed by the actual developers of the game, which it shouldn't be, because they got enough work. They got their work cut out from them in the first place. You got to understand that, number one. Number two, it's not going to be that great. And number three, you're going to get the game a lot later down the line. But one thing I do feel is a little fucked up is the fact that some games get released way down the line. I mean, really late. And that's where I feel like, you can't prioritize last gen, obviously, but you can't neglect them as well. Like I was saying before I lost my fucking train of thought, hire a team, another development team, to port your game as early as possible. If you have to wait until your game goes gold, then it's going to be a while. You know what I mean? It's going to be, a couple months, anywhere from 1 to 3. That's like the optimal time to get your game out. So you're not missing out on that revenue. You're not missing out on that money. But when you neglect your fucking, last gen owners that are fans of yours, like let's take Mortal Kombat X for example. The last gen version of Mortal Kombat X isn't coming out until December. And MKX came out in April? Are you fucking kidding me? That is such a long time from now. Hell, they prioritized mobile players. Fucking a phone game more so than they did with their last gen owners. That's a big fuck you to everyone still rocking the PS3 and the Xbox 360. That is uncalled for. That should not happen. But last gen owners have to realize that the games that they are buying that are developed specifically for the current gen are going to be nowhere near the optimal experience that they should be. And the only way to get that is to get the current gen consoles. I know it sucks, but I mean, you got to upgrade eventually, and believe me, when you do, it's going to be awesome, man. You're going to see games like you've never seen them before unless you play on PC. But that remains to be seen because everyone's situation is different. I get it, but to conclude, last gen's always going to hold us back. I don't believe last gen should be neglected, but I do think that every single game that comes to last gen should be a port, and it will take some time outside of regular developmental time to get that to the previous generation of consoles. That's just how it's going to be. The experience is not going to be anywhere close to where it should be, but last generation console owners have to realize that. We cannot sacrifice the experience, the overall experience from how the game should be, just to accommodate for a group of people that's dwindling down as time goes on. And eventually, games aren't going to come out for those consoles anyways later down the line. But that's all I have to say in this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Charmaine, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.